a bringing back to shape what has not been properly set when it had been restored and set to rights. That means the discipleship process has some certain standard that it is longing that this disciple must be set to rights, which means certain aspect of your life is going to be set to right. It's going to be brought to shape and perfected. Not only that is readjusted, not only that is restored, not only that is set to right, but in all of this, it is perfected. The word perfected means through repeated training, repeated exposure, repeated communion and interpersonal relationship, whatever experience, whatever changes, whatever had been set to right, he's giving room to be perfected, which means you can see now from what we are talking about that discipleship is not one-time event. It's not one-time program. It's not a weekend program, for example. It is a life-on-life training with a focus of readjustment, being restored, being set to right, and in all those areas, being perfected in the life. Be like his teacher. That he may be like his teacher. Now, you remember that when Jesus Christ started his ministry, the first thing he did, which is very interesting to me, is that as soon as he left Nazareth and went to Capernaum, the first thing I saw Jesus did in Matthew chapter 4, in verse 18, the Bible said, maybe you should read from verse 17. From that time, Jesus walking by the Sea of Galilee saw two brethren, Simon called Peter, and Andrew his brother, casting a net into the sea, for they were fishers. And he says unto them, follow me, and I will make you. So again, to note that discipleship requires a making. It's a process of making. But now this making requires a following. So please take note of the few words I'm introducing here. I said that generally first, it is a relationship between a teacher and a student or a pupil. Now, please don't first consider the matter of student pupil as those that are in primary school or secondary school. Now, what we are talking about, anyone who has a need to be formed, to be trained, to be set to right, to be readjusted in life, to be restored, and to be perfected in the desired lifestyle. And he is longing for it. And he has found someone whose life is the kind that he wants to be like, whose life is the one he wants to grow into. That person is what we call a disciple or a pupil or a student or an apprentice, whatever it is. All right? Now, so basically a disciple is a learner who is learning not empty skills and not empty knowledge. He is a learner who is learning life. Learning life with the hope of being readjusted in life. That means there are things that have not been put to shape in your life by upbringing or by where you are coming from that need to be readjusted. There are things that either were lost or were disfigured by virtue of whatever has happened, but now this life needs to be restored. It needs to be restored. It needs to be set to right. And if at all it's set to right, it needs to be perfected. So that's why discipleship is more than a one-time ministration. It's more than, oh, I used to be angry, and somebody ministered to you, stop being angry. I say, Kai, my anger just left. No, even if that could happen, which I don't doubt that God can do that. Now, even if that will happen,